Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors Dynasty here on College Football 25. And today we have the national championship game against a team that is synonymous with cheating, the Michigan Wolverines. I don't know how they've gotten here, but they have gotten here. They're the number 3 ranked team. I don't know what their seed is. We'll take a look at that when we take a look at the playoff bracket. But we are number 2 ranked in the country. We've made it here. We've had a fairly simple path to get here. I mean, we played some tough teams, to be fair. Like Clemson was a shootout, that's for sure. And then the game before that was against the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina. That was more of a straightforward game. The Clemson game was weird, but we were able to stop them for the most part. They did have a few yards, that's for sure. Nick Harbor went crazy, but other than that, we didn't really have much of a problem with them. And now we take on Michigan in the national championship. We are the defending national championship. We played in this game last year and won it, and this is our 3rd appearance in a row, because the year before we played against Penn State, lost that game, unfortunately. But this is our 3rd appearance in the national championship, so I'm excited. I want to win another ring. And there's only one thing left to do, and that's play the game. So if you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club. I want to remind you that once we get done with the next episode, the off-season episode, that's when we'll start doing the full season per video type thing, where we start simulating to see the careers of some of our favorite players pan out and see how they play before College Football 26 comes out next month. So that's when that's going to start in a couple episodes from now. You'll know by the title in the thumbnail. So let's get into it. We're national championship game against Michigan. I don't know if this is going to be straightforward or not. I don't know how tough they're going to be. They have 2 losses. This could be tough. It could not be tough. Let's find out. It always feels good to be the final 2 teams in college football every year. This is the national championship game. If we take a look at the college football playoff bracket, our path to get here, we took on, like mentioned, Coastal Carolina in the Rose Bowl. Fairly simple. Then a little bit more of a contest between Clemson in the Cotton Bowl, between us and Clemson, but we got there. The Michigan path was to beat Florida State by 3 in the Peach Bowl, and then absolutely crush Oregon in the Orange Bowl. So maybe they're on a little bit more momentum than we are. I don't know. What was their seed in the bracket? I didn't remember. Were they 4? No, they're 2. They're a 2 seed. So it's a 1 seed versus a 2 seed in the bracket, which is pretty awesome for TV sponsorships, I guess. This is what, if I could get to the right thing, this is what our career has looked like so far. We took a look at this, I think, last episode as well. We got to the national championship game here, lost it to Penn State. Got it here, but actually won. Now we're back again, trying to win a 2nd straight natty. If we go to, there's another thing we can see. Where's that at? Hold on. There's another thing. Okay, coach stats. Here it is. If we go to coach stats, we can see our total record and everything. We've won 53 career games, lost 8. We have 4 winning seasons, 7-1 playoff record. Obviously, the 1 is the national championship game. We've got 1 national title. We've got 3 conference titles. We don't have any first-round picks, which is very annoying. We're not going to talk about that. We only have 3 draft picks in total. We're not going to talk about that because we know in our hearts that Cam Barfield was the number 1 overall pick. But they don't see it that same way. But here we are, national championship, 1 versus 2 in the bracket, 2 versus 3 in the rankings, but 1 versus 2 in the bracket. This should be our game to win, but you never really know when it comes to this football game, do you?
Welcome everyone to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top 2 seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad from the Pac-12, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff.
It is the national championship. Oh, Hawaii and Michigan. Every time I see these Michigan jerseys and the helmet and everything, I just want to throw up on my mouth and wash my eyes out with soap. It's still disgusting. They shouldn't even be a program, but they are. And here we are trying to beat them. We've had a great season up to this point. We've been a dominant program. And we got to continue it for one more game. Win our 2nd straight national title. And cement Leo Van Dyke is one of the greatest quarterbacks in college football history. Even though technically we haven't got here because of him. Oh, that was a little upsetting. We haven't really gotten here necessarily because of the play of Leo Van Dyke. Although I can't knock him too much. He's had some really big throws in some games over the course of this season and over the course of his career. So it's not like he's done absolutely nothing. And some big runs. He's also scrambled for some pretty big yards during the course of his career, which he's going to have to scramble one more time here. He's going to get a first down and keep the drive moving. Good job. And I'm actually going to have the chew clock on because I don't really know how good this Michigan team is going to be, and I don't really want to give them that many possessions. So if I can limit the amount of time that's on the clock, that would be super sick. It looks like it's going to be pretty tough to run the ball, which is a lot of our offense. It might be tough to run this football. We might have to rely on Leo Van Dyke. Liu gets a big gain. Also, in the last episode, we had the official breakout for Geo Starks. Even though we knew how good Geo Starks was, he really broke out in the Cotton Bowl against Clemson. And here he goes, continuing his big game against Michigan here. But he really, I mean, he was open all the time. He had big catches. He had a lot of yards, a bunch of touchdowns. He was an unbelievable player in that game. And it kind of was his coming out party, even though we already knew how good he was. But it was on a national stage. Everybody gets to see how good he is. Even though we are defending national champions, maybe not everybody gets to see the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors every single week. That is a big throw from Leo Van Dyke. And an even bigger catch from Matthias Felix, who is our best player. Well, now that Cam Barfield's graduated, it is Matthias Felix, our best player. But Leo Van Dyke, I mean, he stood in the pocket and took a shot as he let that ball go. I'm just happy it actually got where it needed to go and didn't get, like, he got hit and it just, like, throw to the ground or something. That's a big first score of the game. Let's see how our defense plays, because I was really excited about our defense going into that Clemson game, and then they absolutely torched us with Nick Harbor down the field. So I'm a little bit concerned, a little worried that could be a theme going forward here. As long as we can survive one more game, we don't have to worry about it. We'll get ready for the offseason. But Michigan, historically, is more of a run-first type of team, so maybe our defensive flaws, our secondary flaws, won't be as noticeable in this game. I don't know. I guess we'll find out here. It's going to be play action. They're going to scramble. He's got nowhere to go. It's Ollie Swede. You can't outrun Ollie Swede, baby. He's too good. He definitely floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee, that's for sure. That's a throw underneath. Tackle him, good job. It's a 3 and out for the Michigan offense. What a start. What a start. We score on our first drive, then we force a punt on their first drive. Everything is coming up juice right now. And all we got to do is continue to just pound the ball. They think their run game is not anywhere close to what our run game is. You don't have a player like Steven Kranchik, do you? He's a do-it-all type of guy. He's a run you over or run past you type of guy, which is a rare breed. Although our blocking needs to be a little bit better for Pelham, because Pelham got crushed there. And this play will be the final play of the first quarter. Oh, great juke move to get, not really a true juke move, just change the direction to get, fool the defensive lineman there. He thought I was going to go one way. I went the other way. I outsmarted him with my big, gigantic brain. And we will end the first quarter Up 7-0 on the Wolverines. They have -7 rushing yards because a lot of that was the sack yardage, obviously. And most of it, I think all of it actually, was the sack yardage. And it's the second quarter. We're going to keep running the football, baby. Why not? Why not run that effing ball and make sure that we can take all this time off? Now, I know that, unfortunately, they will get the ball to start the second half, which kind of sucks. But if we can build a lead, maybe a 2-score lead, maybe a 3-score lead before the second half starts, it might be over from there. Who knows? I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it might be over. First and goal from the 10. Handoff. Kranchik. Oh, he outran him. That's what I'm talking about. Kranchik into the end zone, touchdown. That's what I'm talking about, man. Steven Kranchik's got all the moves. He's got all the moves, everything you need. I mean, look at this. He just got that little burst. I thought I was going to get tackled here. Most running backs get tackled here, but not Steven Kranchik. He just had that little burst of acceleration. Then he lowers the shoulder and gets into the end zone, pulls out the arrow, fires the arrow, because that's what he does. Natty champ possibility right here. Let's do this as a thumbnail, potentially. Yeah, let's do that. That looks good. All right. Boom. 13-0. We haven't guaranteed the point. There we go. 14-0. It's a little bit easy right now for the boys. Not necessarily the same game as the Clemson game. Although I think, didn't we start out pretty hot against Clemson too, and then they came firing back with all those touchdowns to Arbor? I feel like this is a pretty similar game, but we don't know. I mean, they're pretty run heavy, this Michigan offense. They will do just that on the first handoff of the drive here, and he'll have a bunch of yards. He spins around me. I went for the cut stick. He spun around the cut stick. There wasn't much I could do about that. And he gets a bunch of yards on the first carry of the drive. All right, that's not ideal. I don't like seeing that at all. Another handoff. This time, I was going to say this time it doesn't go as far, but it still doesn't go far technically, but it was a very successful run, even though we had him, should have had him stopped earlier. This time they're going to run play action. They shouldn't have done it. It's a sack by Laga. He ran right into me on the roll. You can't run play action, man. We have too many good players on the defensive line. Is it going to be some sort of screen? Pick it off. It's easy. It's Matthew Sherrills. I mean, he read that before the quarterback even knew where he was going to throw the football. Matthew Sherrills intercepts the pass. Too bad he was in the air and fell down, because he could have picked six that very easily. But a quite simple interception. I mean, that's not super hard to read that interception right there. Kranchik gets back to the line of scrimmage, thankfully. This Cameron Brandt dude is all over the run stop. He's not letting me get many yards at all. Thankfully, he's not always on that side of the defensive line, so we can get some good yards when he's not over there. What a start to this game, though. Or what a start to this half, I guess. 2 touchdowns and an interception as well. Felix will get the first down to keep the drive moving. And we will keep on running the ball. All we got to do is throw it. We only have to throw it when we need to. Like when we have to get the first downs or something, or when we have a guaranteed touchdown. Other than that, we can just keep handing it to Kranchik and absolutely obliterate people. 2-minute warning has been achieved. Let's go for Fetu, Mama, and Siaki Tuafeli, both getting pressed. Tuafeli I'm not going to trust here, but I am going to trust Felix. Matthias! I threw that a little late. That's on me. I threw that just a little bit late. If I would have thrown that a little earlier, it probably gets caught. But I didn't know if I was going to throw it or not until it was already too late. And look at Matthias go, or look at Leo Van Dyke go. That's the athlete that we recruited. That's the 5-star quarterback, Leo Van Dyke. He just did a whole circle, looked like Johnny Manziel out there. Did a whole circle around everybody to get away, and then scores the touchdown on the ground. That's the reason we recruited a 5-star quarterback. And why he won a national championship as a freshman. And he's trying to win a second national championship as a sophomore. He's going to be the most successful quarterback in college football history. He's going to have 2 national titles in his first 2 years of competition. Hopefully a third next year. Although it's going to get a little bit more dicey when we're simulating games and not playing every single one. I might have to figure out what a good playbook is in simulation in this game, because I still haven't really figured it out yet. And then switch to that so that we can kind of guarantee we get some wins that we deserve because the team is so good. But with the Hawaii playbook, I don't know if we'll simulate very well. That's got to be caught. And it is, unfortunately, by the Michigan defender and not by us. They did use one of their timeouts. They're trying to get into, obviously, touchdown range, but if they have to, I guess a field goal. He's going to go deep. Oh, my God, Dylan Pelshak got cooked, didn't he? God, I hate Dylan Pelshak so much, bro. I hate him so much. The only problem with Dylan Pelshak is that he has 8 interceptions this season because he's always right place, right time when the interceptions come. Other than that, he sucks. He always gets burnt. He's the reason we lost to Stanford earlier in the year. I mean, he just can't stay with a receiver one-on-one. He just doesn't have the speed. Or really the coverage skills. But he has 8 interceptions on the season because he's always right place, right time, and usually the quarterback underthrows the ball and he just intercepts it. So it's kind of like do I replace him? I can't replace him because he's got so many interceptions. He's such a valuable piece out there, but he's always getting cooked. He's always getting cooked. It's so frustrating. Oh, I made a bad decision there. Almost caught by Geo Starks, by the way. I made a bad decision there. I shouldn't have thrown that. But I was going to scramble initially, then I stopped because I realized I was going to get sacked. Oh, and they stopped that as well. Wow, Michigan really had a good drive there on defense. And I'm not going to punt this ball away. I know that sounds super crazy and super sketchy. He's crazy. Oh, up the field. I didn't even get it away. I threw it, but he held it for some reason. And now we've given Michigan a chance to make it 21-14 with the ball at the half. Some could say I've screwed this up and let Michigan get back in this game. Others will also say I've screwed this up and given Michigan a chance to get back in this game. It's fine. It's fine. We've absolutely dominated this game. There's no way that Michigan can come back and win this. It's impossible. It's inconceivable for them to even do that. Matthew Bliss takes it to the 21 to start. All we got to do is get one big play, and we're right back in this game. Just one big play. We got a lot of big play receivers. Just one big play. There's Matthias up the field. Oh, he breaks the tackle. There goes Matthias. There goes that man. That big man rumbles. Accelerate clock kind of hurts us right there. But slot fade Geo Starks touchdown. Not a touchdown because he had to jump in the air. Why did Leo leave that ball so high in the air where he had to jump? If it just drops in the bucket, touchdown easy. But because he had to jump for it, not necessarily a touchdown. Scramble with Van Dyke. Van Dyke, get in the end zone, big dog. He's at the 1. He's at the 1 yard line trying to get in. We've got Kranchik ready to go. We're going to hand him this football. We still got a timeout. So if we get stopped, but we're not going to get stopped. You don't get stopped when Steven Kranchik's running downhill on you. And we will extend our lead back to 2 scores like it should have been. Actually, you know what? It probably should be like 35-0, but I mean, that wouldn't really be much of an entertaining college football national championship. I'm thinking of the viewers. I'm thinking of the people, the billions of people watching this around the world on ESPN. They want to see a classic matchup. They want to see a game where everybody's got a chance to win. So I spotted them 14 points. I'm like, you know what? We're going to be so much better than you. You're going to need 14 points. But that's all you're going to get. You're not going to get any more points than that. Meat chicken. That's all you're getting. 28-14 at half. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. Let's go on cruise control. We will start on defense to begin the second half. 28-14 over the Wolverines. They're going to get back to their offensive ways, handing the football off to their running back, who I think is a freshman, right? Bo Maryland. Or it could be Bo Maryland. You never know. He is a freshman. I don't know if he's a true freshman or if he's a redshirt freshman, but he is a freshman nonetheless. Getting reps in the national title game. That's pretty cool. Quarterback in a scramble. He's actually got a lot of wheels. This guy's fast. Oh, man. I didn't realize how fast he was, but he's a speed demon. We're going to have to be careful of that now. I didn't realize how quick he was. Even Alani-O didn't keep up with him. That's going to be... Oh, if that was play action and we had it sucked in immediately, we were going to suck that play action. But it becomes a 2nd and 2 because we weren't ready for just a regular handoff. If this is going to be how their Michigan offense should have performed, I mean, maybe it's a little too late. I don't know. That just makes me want to turn accelerated clock on and run this ball down their throat. But they are going to pass finally. He's going to throw it. Oh, how'd that not get a tackle? I thought I was in range to reach him. I just completely missed him. I thought I was going to be able to catch him and bring him down quick. I guess not. It's got to be a handoff, right? And it is going to be a handoff, but I lost the tackle battle. And he stays on his feet after this, and he stays on his feet again. Bo Maryland's a god. He will score a touchdown to make it 21-28. Bo Maryland broke 3 tackles to score that touchdown. I tackled him initially at the line. He broke off because I lost the tackle battle. Then he broke off the cut stick. And then he just shrugged off another tackle that was behind him that was trying to bring him down from behind. I mean, that's unbelievable. What else can I do? I had 3 guys trying to tackle him there. At that point, it's just he was always going to score. Bo Maryland is the real deal. Can he transfer to my school? He seems like a stud. He seems like an absolute stud. But all we got to do is make sure that Michigan does not tie this game. And that's very simple if Kranchik can get a bunch of yards. Very, very simple. Did I turn true? Okay, I was gonna for some reason I couldn't remember if I did it, even though I just did it. All we got to do is run this ball. Running the ball equals time off the clock, although when we get holding calls, that does not help. Can't really be having holding calls. It's Max Rossi, the center. That's not something that we should be doing, is holding. We rarely ever get called for holds. That's a super delayed handoff. Oh my God. Why was that such a delayed handoff? It almost took like 16 seconds just to hand that ball off to Derek Boyd. Now we're 2nd and 22. I'm going to have to give this to Felix. He's going to be able to have just enough speed to get away from everybody. And he gets all the yards back. First down by Felix. I didn't think he was going to get a first down there. I thought we had to go to 3rd down for sure. Well, that's huge. Hand off to Kranchik, lower the shoulder. He did initially break off the tackle by 57, but the other guy was just there immediately, and it didn't look like he broke the tackle, but he did technically break the tackle. Hand off to Pelham Liu, and he falls forward. Good job. He spun around that to get forward, making it a little bit more manageable of a 3rd down with 3rd and 4. We got to hit Felix. I mean, he's going to be wide open. Matthias Felix across the middle, wide open juke move. We know that he's got a legendary juke move. He's proven that this season of how legendary of a juke move he's got. And we've already gotten this under a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. So we're doing a pretty good job here. Look at the change of direction. This guy's unbelievable. Is that the Brandt dude? No, it's Trey Pierce, senior from Illinois. They've got a great defensive tackle combination. Both of their guys are studs. And I'm not going to snap this in the 3rd quarter. We're going to let this go. We need to drain even more time. If we can drain even more time and then score, make it 2 scores again, that would put us in the best situation. Look at that. They got 90 yards, basically all on that one run by Bo Maryland. That was, what, like 50 yards or something like that? We've basically contained them on the ground until that one play. And now it looks like they had a really good day on the ground. Handoff is Kranchik. He somehow found a way through. I don't know how he did. I thought he was going to get brought down for a loss of 1 or maybe gain of nothing. Somehow he was able to stay on his feet and find an open lane. And this time he gets up to the 11. He's got over 100 yards, as he usually does. He reaches that 100-yard mark. Keep on wasting time. And then score. That's the goal. Kranchik falls forward, gets the 1st and goal from the 6. But there are no more first downs, so we're going to have to score here. And I could have sworn I picked a run. I guess I didn't. So we'll switch to a run. Handoff is Pelham, and Pelham will be into the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. We take our 2-score lead back, and we drained a lot of time. Not all the time that I wanted, but a lot of time has been taken off the clock. 4 minutes left to go in the game. It's 35-21 in the Natty. It all comes down to this. How will Michigan respond? Down 2 scores late in this game. Oh, look at Rashard Starks, also a true freshman, making big plays. He's been a stud on kick returns. He's been so good. He's caused at least 2 or 3 fumbles during the course of the year. If they could just do another play action and roll right into my sack, that'd be sick. That's got to be picked. And it's not. It's going to be caught 2nd and 7. I don't think I reacted quick enough. I think if I would have reacted faster, it probably would have been picked, but I didn't really get the positioning, did I? Get there. Tackle him. He dropped it. Good job. Alanio getting his hand in there, swatting that ball away, making sure he can't hold on to the catch. It's 3rd and 7. It's obviously 4-down territory, but I don't want them to get a first down here, but they do, to the big tight end, number 81, and they will go no huddle to try to conserve as much clock as possible. They do have all their timeouts, but I really wish our secondary was a little bit better. He's got time in the pocket. He caught that. That's unbelievable. We had Lanier right in front of him. I don't know how they got it. That had to. Oh, I need to see that again. That had to have phased through him. How did this get completed? He just didn't. I'm pretty sure I pressed the swat button to swat that away, but he just didn't reach his hand out there, and Lanier just lets him catch it. I mean, that's a crazy throw. The fact that you even threw that in the first place is insane. And the fact that it got caught is even more insane. That's got to be a sack, though. How did he get through? 3 Hawai'i defenders right there. He just goes right past everybody. That's the freest sack you'll ever see. And he just went right past everybody like, oh, hey, guys, I'm just going to run past you. This quarterback's unbelievable. Oh, he's got so much speed. Oh, my God, I can't handle it. I almost want to let them score so I can get the ball back and not let them have another possession. Oh my God, this is unbelievable, this Michigan team. I hate them so much. This game just makes me hate them even more, and I didn't even believe that was physically possible for me to hate Michigan even more than I already do. Flag on the play. We also have an injury on the field. Roughing the passer is called. Oh yeah, that's what they need. They need a roughing the passer call. Thanks for the help, refs. I appreciate it. It's not like they got to the 3-yard line other than the flag. They almost got there with the play normally. Oh, they tried to go with a little trickery. Does not work. They went with the jet sweep. Does not pan out for them. And it'll be 2nd goal from the 5. Quarterback's going to scramble. This time he's not going to get away. It's Falk who seals the edge and brings him down. That's big. That's real big. We could not let him get away again. 3rd and goal from the 12. Oh, look at Ramon Funk with a spin move. That's got to be intercepted, and that's going to be ball game. Philbin with the pick. He doesn't have the speed to get away, but Philbin intercept. I don't even know who Philbin is, to be fair. Dom Philbin, the senior. I guess I should know who he is. But Dom Philbin intercepts the pass, and I am super tempted to just bomb this down the field. Yep. Matthias Felix gonna get some garbage time stats and make it even bigger. Score 42-21. 42-21. There it is. I knew that was gonna be a thing, and you know what? I had to do it. I could have been content and just ran this clock down and won 35-21. Not against Michigan. Not against Michigan. I hate them too much to let them think they're going to win this game or think that they're going to be close in this game. We got to make it known. The whole world knows that this team was not good. That's a good tackle. Good job. Evan Johnson, that's why he's playing sub linebacker, because he's got good close down speed, because he is a safety. He's a really big safety. 2nd and 6. Great rush from Powell. That's going to be caught, though. Starks makes the tackle, and they call their first... they call their first timeout. 1:38 on the clock. What will they do? They will throw it. Dropped. 2nd and 10. Evan Johnson again, right in there. Evan Johnson again. Oh, 1:36 to go. 2 timeouts for Wolverines. Quarterback's going to scramble. Rashard Starks has too much speed. He's got like 98 speed. You're not going to get away from him. Even as fast of a quarterback as you are, you're not going to get away from Rashard Starks. 3rd and 9. They chose not to use a timeout. They went hurry up. He will fire. It's caught. First down by Michigan. And they call their second timeout. He just had more speed than our guy covering him. Not much I can do about that. But they only have 1 timeout remaining. They're down 42-21. That's got to be a big hit. It is a big hit, but he stays on his feet. And you're about to be under a minute in the 4th quarter of the national championship, down 3 scores. How can you even physically do this? Caught. Broken tackle. Almost another broken tackle, but Cheryl's dragged him into another player. This no huddle, man. I mean, it's working. Our guys are tired, that's for sure. And they will spike it. So they waste the first down to spike it and save the timeout. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe it's not. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess, because there's no way they're going to get 3 touchdowns in a minute. Good tackle by Laga to affect that pass. And it quickly becomes a 3rd down. That's what happens when you spike it on 1st down. It quickly becomes a 3rd down. Laga with the pass rush. Oh, but he's wide open because nobody wants to play the zone. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 1st and goal from the 7. They're going to spike it again. 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Oh. I'd be upset if they scored again here. I really would be. It would make me want to score again just to make it. Pick that off. Easy interception, McConameyer. It's fitting. In McConameyer's final game, he intercepts a pass in the end zone, and that will be the ball game. We will win 42-21, back-to-back national champions, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. What a successful dynasty this has been. What a successful dynasty this has been. And it makes it even sweeter to beat Michigan to get it. It couldn't have happened to a better team, man. And a better coach right there. Coach Juice gets his 2nd straight national championship. We did it. We absolutely did it. I'd like to think that Hawaii has become a national power at this point. I mean, we've played in 3 straight national championships. We've won 2 of them. We're ranked perennially in the top 5. I think we are a national power. We're up there along with Alabama, Ohio State, Texas, USC. We're up there with those big-name programs now at this point. The national championship has been won by the Rainbow Warriors. I just hope that in 26... Who's this jabroni standing in the way? Get out of the camera shot, big dog. What are you doing? I just hope that in 26, College Bowl 26, we can have the same success with whatever team I choose to do in that game. But we are national champions. Congratulations. There it is. We've done it. The natty chip. And we will go and take a look right before we end the video at All-Americans, because I don't think we looked at that yet. I really hope in 26 they fix All-Americans, because All-Americans are busted in this. Like, a lot of the people you would expect to be first team don't make first team. It's kind of strange. But Steven Kranchik, well-deserved first team All-American nationally. But that is it. Like, how do we have no other All-Americans on the first team? That seems a little strange. Second team, we don't have any. You're telling me we don't have anybody other than Steven Kranchik that deserves first or second team national All-American? Whatever. Freshman, Kranchik makes it. No other freshman makes it for our team. And then if we go to the Pac-12, we've got Kranchik, and that's it. And then we've got Matthias Felix, second team, Pac-12, and then Jermichael Powell, Matthew Sherrills. So you're telling me that out of everybody in college football, only Steven Kranchik is a national first team All-American or second team? A little strange in my book. But we will wrap up the video as two-time national champions. Somehow our pro potential has gone down. I don't really know how that's a thing when we're going to be sending most people to the NFL, I would think. But whatever. We get a bunch of players that are players of the game. Matthias Felix gets both national and Pac-12, which you would expect. What do we unlock this time? CEO we've unlocked. Okay. Pretty sick. We've unlocked CEO, and that's how we will end the video. So next episode, we will do the off-season just like normal, where we'll go through the transfer portal and letting people go and the draft recap and all that kind of stuff. And then the episode after that, like I mentioned, will be the start of the full season simulation, where we get through it so we can see some of our guys progress, like Matthias Felix, like Leo Van Dyke, like Steven Kranchik, all these guys that are younger that we want to see how their careers finish out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.